Sorry, I tried to get a better view, but this is kind of what we're stuck with. So anyway, there's Pikes Peak. Yay! Yay! Hi guys, sorry about the weird angle. Like my new sunglasses, aren't they fun? Okay, so I thought I would do a taste test video slash, and I'm sorry, my steering wheel's in the way. It's just how my stuff is here. I want to see if I can adjust a little better. Okay, you guys are just gonna get steering wheel. Isn't that great? So anyway, I thought I'd do an updates video. I can't tell you how many times I filmed this, just a bunch, just too many for one person to film. And then my problem is that every time I do an updates video, more things happen, and so it's like even more updates happen. But I thought I'd do a taste test video. Okay, I hope this is okay. Sorry guys, I wanted to be outside. I just finished my workout, so I'm kind of like, yeah. But I thought I'd do an updates video, tell you guys what's going on, tell you guys the plan for my vlog. And you know, so here's what I'm taste testing. I am taste testing scooters. I'm taste testing their chai, because if you know me, I love a good freaking chai. I do. I love it just too much. So I'm gonna taste test it here. Basically, guys, yes, my last video was very cryptic, and it was in November of all things. Is that better? I think that's better. So we're trying out Scooter's chai today. Looks delicious. I like it. It's Scooter's. And it has even a little smiley face on top with a little smiley face sticker. Looks like it's having a cup of joe. So let's test it out. I know that I like chai, so I don't know if you guys like chai or whatevs. So we're going to try it. Oh my gosh, that's better than Starbucks. What the crap? That is so good. Oh my gosh. And the small one's only like 120 calories. Oh my gosh, that's good. Oh my gosh. The reason I went to Scooters today, was A, it's right by my gym, and B, this guy is only like, it's not very many calories. I'll put the deets up for you guys, but wow, this is good. This is actually amazing. Like, I'm truly amazed. I'm truly amazed. So, while I'm drinking this, I'm gonna give you guys some updates on my channel, on my life, and what the crap happened, Chelsea. It's true, though. It's true. I feel so bad. I feel bad. But I'm not going to apologize, because I apologize it feels like I apologize all the time, because I'm not doing my videos like I should. But here is the situation, my dearest darling friends. From the bottom of my heart, I am super sorry. And here's what was going on. I had a million different medical tests. And you guys remember my husband had melanoma last year and had to have like surgery for it and things like that. Well, after we were done with all of his medical appointments, I needed to do medical appointments. So I had to see a dermatologist. I had to see a gastroenterologist a bunch of times. I had to see like a bunch of different doctors. It was crazy. It was absolutely crazy, guys, because something was messed up with my guts. And I don't want to be like a TMI channel. This is going to be a TMI video, and if you want to skip ahead, I'll give you like where you can skip to at the bottom of this video. Like, if you want to skip the TMI stuff, you can skip to whatever period it is on the video. So I'll just put that down below. If you want to skip this, feel free to click that little button in the bottom and skip. So the first thing is that I have gotten boils like when I was 14. I used to get them all over my face. I took Accutane, and that messed up my system in a really harsh way. So I now have boils on my thighs. I've been diagnosed 3 times as having Hidradenitis suppurativa, which is also known as Acne Inversa, and that's basically it's an inflammatory skin disease, basically. I went to a dermatologist, and he said that it's probably just boils. and that's from being overweight. And it's like, well, that's why I'm losing weight, so yay. And of course, like, during this whole time, because there's gastroenterological problems, and until those were fixed, I couldn't even think about trying to lose weight again. And so that's why I kind of fell off the face of the earth, guys. I'm so sorry. I am so freaking sorry. I did just fall off the face of the earth. And that's okay, though. That's okay. Things happen. Life gets hard. Things are scary. You don't know what's happening to your body. You think that maybe you're dying. Hopefully not. Basically, my doctor said that I needed to lose weight, the skin doctor. And guys, I'm going to have a whole video about how to work out when you have painful boils in painful places, because this is like my cross to bear. You guys can look it up. I'll put links in the description if you want to know exactly what hidradenitis suppurativa is. But needless to say, it is, like, I was told basically by one of my doctors that I am not allowed to do any workouts where I'm going to sweat. And I'm like, then what do I do? What do I do? Like, that's all of them. So, and then she was like, well, you need to swim. And I tried that for a couple weeks, and I really enjoyed it. And then it turned out that I was leaving, I was in my pool at my gym. There were Band-Aids floating in the water. And then I got out, and I looked down, and there were like earwigs and worms in like the little side grates. And I'm like, I'm not doing this. I'm going to get an even worse infection because I'm trying to avoid getting boils. That's stupid. So my husband and I have found some ways around that sort of thing. So it's going to be exciting. Oh gosh. Okay, so the second thing is I had been struggling with stomach problems and bowel problems for over a year. Like Christmas of 2017, I was just struggling hardcore. Like I couldn't go anywhere unless I knew where the bathroom was. Like, that's how bad it was. I was, I felt like I was gonna puke all the time. I felt like I would wake up in the middle of the night at like 3 o'clock in the morning after having slept for 5 hours or so, and I would feel like I'm gonna puke. You know, like, I mean, stuff like that. And it was just really strange. And I was like, well, what's happening to me, you know? Well, as it turns out, it was a combination of two different problems. So the first problem is that I have IBS. And what it turns out my major problem was, I'm a Californian and I like spice on everything. And it was destroying my stomach. Like, you know, because when I think of making myself a quesadilla, I want there to be sriracha on it. When I think of a burger, I want jalapenos and green chilies on it. When I think of a burrito, I want my mouth to be on fire. I want to be crying because it's so hot. Like, that's what I love. And can't have that anymore. She wants me to stay away from caffeine, so this is my little caffeinated beverage. But that was mostly for acid reflux problems. And there are a bunch of other things that I have to stay away from, which makes me very sad, but at the same time, I know what it is. I know what's wrong with me, kind of thing. Like, it's, you know, my husband's lactose intolerant, and I mean, it's the same thing, but different. Like, his body can't process lactose. My body can't process spice and caffeine and acidic things like lemony stuff and stuff like that. The second part of this problem is that I have esophageal asthma. So my esophagus my esophagus is allergic. That's what it is. My esophagus has allergies. It's not my nose anymore. Well, not just my nose anymore. It's my freaking esophagus can't handle stuff. And it can't handle, like, I was looking it up online. The esophagus can have its asthma triggered by food or by legit allergies. So, like, hay fever can make your esophagus have an asthma attack. And it's like, what the crap? I didn't even know that that was, like, a real thing that could happen. Like, is this a real thing? Is this real or is this fantasy? I mean, like, what the crap? So that was strange. So So it took us months, but we finally figured out what's wrong with my body. And we have an action plan on how to handle those things. And we're finally back in the gym. The first month of everything, I mean, we also had some stuff that came up. Like, we needed to get my furniture, because I still had furniture at my mom's place. We had to get my furniture and bring it down here, and I can't wait to... I did kind of film a check out my crib video, but like, it was Christmas and it was on a weird old like video recorder, so it didn't like take, I guess. So that's a thing. And so we had to move a bunch of furniture last weekend, and we have a lot of really cool updates. There are really cool things going on, and I really super excited to tell you guys about them. So here are my really cool updates. Numero uno. So the one that's coming the quickest. So if you guys follow me on Insta, which I highly suggest you do, there are links down in the description. If you follow me on Insta, or if you follow me on Facebook or whatever, or if you follow me on Tumblr, because I also posted it on Tumblr, you would have noticed that we have purchased a little toy Aussie puppy. And toy is just the size. It's not an actual mechanical thing. So we purchased a toy Aussie, and we are going to get her in 2 weeks from Anna's Aussies. So I highly suggest you guys check her out if you live in the Colorado Springs area, because she's totes legit. She is like the sweetest person in the world. Her dogs are wonderful and adorable. And we were really hesitant about telling anybody about this, because we have a dog and we have a shelter dog. And when we first got her, she was not good around other dogs, period. It didn't matter. It just didn't matter. She just wasn't good around dogs. And when, we decided that it was a good idea to get her kind of socialized. So I took her to the dog park every day for a year, pretty much, for about 7 months, 8 months. And she now loves all dogs. She is very good around, basically my suggestion for people that get a shelter dog is make it your first dog, so don't have any other dogs in the house, because it's just going to make things harder, honestly, on you guys. And number 2, make sure that you get them to a dog park, but make sure that you slowly socialize them with other dogs, because sometimes I take her to a dog park and it doesn't work, and sometimes there are people that have really big dogs and they just are really high energy, play aggressive kind of thing, and it's not, but my suggestion is make sure that if you're going to get a shelter dog, that there are lots of consequences to that, and there are lots of responsibilities that are, it's great to get a shelter pet, and I encourage everybody to get a shelter pet, but what I'm saying is you have to be aware of sometimes a shelter pet has limitations. So we anticipated that we'd never be able to get another dog. Okay, we anticipated she is an only child, and we'll never be able to get another fur baby. It's just not going to happen. But after a year of just kind of seeing how she is with other dogs and seeing how she loves kids, and they said that she wasn't good with kids. She loves kids. If she's in the dog park and there's a kid there, she wants the kid. She doesn't care. She'll forget all the other dogs. And she loves puppies. She'll play with puppies. She'll protect. She's very protective of other dogs, especially puppies. And she's still a little iffy on big dogs, but she's, it depends on the dog. There is a golden retriever at the park who is very good with small dogs, and she loves that golden retriever to pieces. And I don't blame her. I love that golden retriever to pieces. That dog is amazing. So anyway, we have purchased a little girl, and we're going to name her Kimmy, Kimi, which is Japanese for meadow, but it's also the Hawaiian shortening of the name Kimberly. I know I told you guys that I'm working on a book, but now I'm actually, it took me a really long time to world build. Let's just say that. It took me a really long time. So I'm working on that book. The third thing, this is like super major, guys. This is super major. My husband and I discussed it because he's in college right now. So we discussed it, and we have decided that I'm going to go back to school and I'm going to get my bachelor's. So if you guys don't remember when, or if you, I never told you, so how would you remember? So I only have my associate's degree. That's because I was raised by my mom and my grandparents, and my grandmother, who I loved very dearly. I mean, she was my second mom. She got sick with melanoma when I was in college. Like, I was at a community college for a semester, for a year and a half, to get some prereqs done. And then I switched over because I hated that community college. And I switched over to CCU, so Colorado Christian University. And I switched over, and I was there for like a year and a half. I graduated in 2012 with my associates, because earlier that year my grandmother was diagnosed with melanoma, and it was too much stress for me too, because I loved her and I was worried about her, and I could not concentrate to save my life. I wanted to be there for her. I wanted to be with her. I wanted to help her. I wanted to help my family in any way that I could. And it was just basically like, you know, an associate's is fine. I just want to accomplish this. And I feel like this is something that I can do. And we went and talked to CCU people, because they have a College of Adult Career Studies. So they have, you know, their College of Adult Graduates, undergrads. And I'm like, well, heck yes. And I can, guys, get this. If I accelerate it, I can get done and finish my degree in a little over a year, which is fan-frickin-tastic. That's amazing. Am I right? Am I right? Well, and part of the problem was, too, that I was doing a creative writing degree at the time, and things have changed. And, you know, it's one of those things where it's like, well, if I'm going to go back for this degree, I want to get a degree that I can use in the real world. Not to say that I'm not going to use it when I'm writing and things like that, but the degree that I picked is going to be a communications degree. So it's like a creative writing degree, only louder. Like, that's basically what it is. It's a creative writing degree, except it's the one you read off of when you're standing in front of a pulpit. Like, that's what you're doing. It's the creative writing degree that you use on social media. It's the creative writing you use when you're doing a blog or doing a vlog. Like, that's what this degree is, basically. And I can super duper use that. And I'm super excited, and I'm so thrilled. And it's just like, this is going to be an amazing year. It really is. It's going to be fan-frickin-tastic. Let's see. So my husband's back in school. He's TAing. He's doing 2 courses. I'm super proud of him, because that's a heck of a lot of stuff. And last year he graduated with all A's. And I called it. I so called it. I called that he was going to graduate with A's and be exceptional, because he is exceptional. He didn't believe me. It shows that the wife is always super duper right. Isn't that right? Okay, maybe not. But anyway, guys. Anyway. So he's back in school. And we are planning an amazing trip for our anniversary. So our 2nd anniversary trip. I'm super excited, and I can't wait. I even think that I will take some video to show you guys during that time. And I'm planning some awesome vlogs. And I'm thinking that this channel is going to change in what content I bring forth. Because remember, I used to do all those like how-to videos and stuff. And it's like, well, maybe I need to do something that's more me. I don't know. Oh, and I also fixed my screen door. Yes. And I got contacts. So I have contacts. You guys can't see them. I have contacts now. And, you know, getting back into, you know, fitness. I just want to, I'm getting back into fitness, and I have some videos planned for that. And I have a whole new series planned, so hopefully you guys will like it. And I also have other ideas and other things that are cooking right now. I have projects with my husband for this channel that we're working on. I have a lot of stuff in the crock pot, the idea crock pot, so aka my brainium. I have so many good things percolating that will come forth to fruition in the future. So be on the lookout for that. I super love you guys. I love you, my viewers. You are exceptional and wonderful people. I'm so glad to have you guys in my life, watching my videos, keeping it Rizzy up in here. Up in here. Y'all gonna make me lose my mind. Up in here, up in here. So anyway, guys, have a wonderful day. Stay on the lookout for new videos and get yourself a Scooter's chai tea latte because it is legit amazing. I can't even, like, oh my gosh, this is good. This is better than Starbucks. I'm not even joking, guys. This is better than Starbucks. I can't even believe I said that. I am a Starbucks diehard, and this is freaking better. How? How? Just how? Okay, anyway, guys, I love you so much. See you later. Bye-bye.